Welcome back to another episode of the New York Fellas. Saint, Marty, Elijah joining us, Eric maybe joining us. I'm not sure. Nothing matters. It doesn't matter. Everything's broken. Everything's dead. Just fucking brutal. Like, can the Knicks, start again? I'm sorry, but it was the greatest cover for New York baseball, including the Mets. When they were going on their NBA title run. I mean, it's just been fucking brutal. How you guys doing?
I'm all right. My fantasy team today, I think, hit, let's see. I hit 4 home runs, 11 hits, 8 runs, 9 RBIs, 1.423 OPS. So I really can't complain. Can't complain at all.
I mean, if that, I envy you. If that's all you, I can't complain about anything. My fantasy baseball team is doing well. Where, I'm sure if people listen back to this, they would find out your fantasy baseball team is actually trash.
I'm in second to last place right now, but it's not a game.
Okay, so that's
league.
trash.
It's a categories league, so anything can turn around.
I know what it is.
I also have 5 of my stars that are all on the IL right now, so I'm just kind of scraping by right now. So there's not much I can do.
Right. Saint, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, dude. Doing well.
Oh, I'm sure you're just giddy. You're just so happy, I'm sure, aren't you?
Yeah, Saint.
Yeah, dude. I'm so giddy, dude. I'm so excited. Yes, you guys got it.
Yeah, you are, because I actually think you are, because you go radio silent whenever we're doing well, which we were just doing well. And then as soon as the first game that we start to look bad, you start to lose your mind. It's the most,
yes.
It's the craziest thing in the world.
Saint,
so, I actually do think that you get happy.
Before you respond, Saint, he has a point, okay? And I know this is going to be a shit podcast because we suck right now. And I would rather talk about literally anything else. But we owe it to the fans of
Mexico
this podcast.
Just scored. You could talk about that.
Could give a shit. I would actually rather talk about the World Cup. Nevertheless, there is one specific example that sticks out in memory when it comes to you going radio silent when the Yankees win games, which they haven't been doing as of late, obviously. The Tigers series in Detroit, where they beat Mize and Skubal, you didn't say anything. All right, I keep hearing myself in someone's thing, so
I think it's Saint.
Someone's got to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's you, Saint.
Did that get rid of it just then?
I don't know. There you go. I don't hear myself anymore. Okay. In Detroit, we beat Mize and Skubal, and you were you didn't say a word for days. Now, I understand your work schedule might be chaotic, whatever, and maybe that's the explanation. But it is apparent to us who are in group chats with you that when the Yankees are actually doing well, you kind of don't say anything. And I think you're going to say it's because that's your expectation. But I would like to give you the floor to maybe just provide some clarity as to why you go so quiet. But then when they do bad, you kind of rear your head.
Well, I think because when they do good, they don't really, dude, I don't know. They don't particularly look that great. They're playing in a shit league, and they're beating teams that they probably should beat. So it's what are we going to, and by that same notion, you guys are all high and mighty when they're winning, and then
for sure. I think we get sucked in too easily. For sure, nobody's perfect here.
Can I ask a question to you, Saint?
Yeah.
Out of all of the teams in baseball right now, what are the teams that you would say we shouldn't beat, or that would be a tough go? 3 of them.
Teams that we shouldn't beat, or that would be tough.
Yeah, you'd be yeah, that's a good win. List them out.
Rays, Braves, Dodgers, Phillies. What did I say? Rays, Braves, Dodgers,
Phillies,
and who's in the? I'm trying to think of the other NLs.
Brewers.
Yes, the Brewers, and I don't know. The Padres are always a tough game, regardless of how they're playing. I would say probably those teams, and I don't know why I'm blanking on who else is in the Central right now.
Probably it, to be honest with you.
That's probably it.
5 teams.
If you go a layer deeper, though, into the actual Detroit series where you didn't say anything, it was Mize and Skubal, which are two pretty good starting pitchers, and Skubal's the back-to-back Cy Young winner. So, like, yes, should they beat the Tigers pretty much every time they play them? Probably. You're 100% right about that. I'm looking at, like, when they actually have good wins, you kind of, like, don't say anything. And that we all talk about it. We'll say it in the group chat to you. We're saying.
Yeah, because it's a mixture of I actually am busy or whatever, but that's not the entirety of it. I think it's just I'm not going to get sucked into if they beat somebody that I deem that they should beat. Like, yeah, dude, even if okay, they ended up beating Skubal. They didn't look particularly great in that, and they happened to get through his outing, and then they get to the bullpen and they won the game, right?
Well, no, because that game they hit 2 home runs off of Skubal, and Dominguez hit a 2-run homer to give him a 4-2 lead.
They hit a home run off of him today.
Well, I understand, but like I don't think every home run is created equally. That was a 2-run homer to put them up 4-2. Like the point is, there is a pattern with you going radio silent, and we need to address it.
Yeah, so I just don't see the point in getting excited for them doing things that I deem they should probably be doing. Like, and even when they're winning some of these games, they don't look particularly great. And I get that. It's like, oh, well, what's the standard? It's going to win. It's like, I don't know, dude. You can just watch this team and be like, yeah, they're not really that good. They are just a product of playing in a league that's 10 times worse. And like, that's the reality of the situation is they are significantly better than shit. So like,
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand the American League is bad and I get that. But, like, we almost use it too much in regards to talking about are they a good team or not. Like, I don't think that's, like, what are we supposed to do? You want them to move to the National League? What are we supposed to do about it? Like, there's only so many times that I can say, well, the American League is trash. Like, I don't know what else. Yeah, it's trash. It's actually, we benefit from the fact that it's trash.
Yeah.
And I think what's elevated, why I get so much more mad when they lose to bad teams is because it's good. Okay, dude, the stupid adage that is absolutely correct that freaking, what's his name, Billy Bean says in Moneyball is like, I hate losing even more than I like winning. And that is very 100% true. I don't care about wins as much as I hate losing. And when they lose in self-inflicted garbage, or they lose but just like you get a guy out of the bullpen that just absolutely shits the bed, or you lose games that are are victories. You have a lined up to be a victory and you lose. Like, it's frustrating. So, yeah, that is going to bother me 10 times more than scraping by a shitty team that, like, you probably should be beating 2 out of 3 times pretty consistently. Like, so it's much more frustrating in that respect.
I mean,
Marty,
I'm not going to push the panic button because they do this every single June. They look so awful and they drop so many games. And yet they figure it out. Like, the team obviously has something figured out. They have the highest run differential in baseball. They have a pretty good
baseball. Not in baseball.
In the AL, I'm sorry. And they're missing Max Fried, which is a big piece. They're missing Aaron Judge, which is a big piece. I'm just not going to push the panic button. It sucks right now, but like
it does. It is very brutal right now, and like. To your point, there are injuries. Okay, we can't sit here and pretend that there are not injuries. Should they be playing better than they are? Should they not have given up 21 earned runs over the last 7 games when they only gave up 27 in the previous 74? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I don't care if Judge is on the field or not, right? These are self-inflicted wounds that, Saint is talking about. Do you slam the panic button right now? I don't know. Like, it's not good, and we have such short-sighted vision when it comes to any of your favorite teams. Like, I remember we talked about the Knicks like all year long, saying like they're not going to win a championship, like they don't have a chance, and then they figured it out. I'm not saying the Yankees are going to figure it out and win a championship, but like it is so bad right now. You've had 4 consecutive games where you had 3 hits or less. I don't think that hasn't happened in franchise history. I feel like over these last 5 years, they're doing stuff that has never happened in franchise history. I don't know, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to say about it other than like June swoon, which I think is the most overused phrase in the history of sports. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about it. Everybody says it. Everybody posts about it. Everybody just uses the same terminology. It's incredibly frustrating. And this is my state of the union on them right now. I'm not hitting the panic button. I'm more annoyed with getting swept in Boston. Like, let's call it what it is. The Yankees are playing bad baseball right now. I don't think they're a bad team. I think they're just playing really bad right now. The Red Sox are a bad team. They are just a bad team. You saw a glimpse of what the Red Sox actually are in that ninth inning on Sunday night. When Abreu, who I actually like Abreu, I think he plays hard. I think he's a great right fielder. Like, he can hit the ball. Like, I actually really like him. And he just completely made two ridiculous errors. My point is, that's a bad team. I don't think we're a bad team. I think we're just playing really poorly right now. Saint, to your point, you've said it a few times. Are we overinflated because of the American League? Probably, right? But again, back to my point I made a few minutes ago, what am I going to do about that? There's nothing I can do about that. We play in the American League. If you told me at the beginning of June, missing Fried, Judge, I think Cole came back at some point in early June, or was it May? I can't remember. You're missing Stanton. You have guys playing out of position, etc. You have Spencer Jones being called up. If you told me they were going to be at 500 or 2 games below 500, I probably would have taken that. Now, do I wish it didn't look this bad? Yes, but I would take it. I can hear myself again. Somebody, please. Someone check something.
It's literally not me.
It's like 104,000 episodes into this.
It's not me, dude. I would just say, like, yeah, the American League is weak, but at the end of the day, everybody knows the only thing that matters is once you make it to the playoffs, things change, and you're just like, anything can happen. You can look a certain way. We have really strong pitching, and if our pitching staff is healthy come October, that's the most important thing, hands down.
It is. I agree with you. But to Saint's point, like, there are things that you see throughout the regular season that make you worry when it comes to postseason baseball. Caballero throwing the ball away on a double play today, that's the shit you can't come back from that in a 7-game or a 5-game series. You just can't. So, yeah,
no,
will it course correct over 162? Yes.
But like you said, they're actually playing bad baseball right now. And when you are playing bad baseball and you are in a rut, things happen that are not the norm, that you wouldn't expect to happen.
But Marty, how long are you going to say that until these things, although they don't happen every game throughout the course of the year, they happen way too much for a team that is really good or supposed to be really good. Like, these stupid things, I'll tell you what, I'm glad I didn't go the rest of the weekend, and it sucks because it's the last time they were here all year, but I went on Thursday, and dude, just garbage. Like, it's just garbage baseball, and
what's garbage?
That's controllable.
What did you see Thursday that was garbage?
The throwaway, the pop fly, the overthrow to first from, who was that, Rosario, where he airmails the ball, the pop fly to Schlittler, and him, Rosario, and Wells can't figure out who's supposed to catch it, so it drops in for a single. And there was 3 things. I think I had listed them in the text. There was 3 big things in the first 3 innings that were all just mental lapses that cost us a run. I think they cost us 2 runs.
You know what
and
else
then they
is
ended
tough?
up taking it further.
Playing merry-go-round with the lineup and having different guys in all the time, and they can't ever get focused, and they can't ever just play the same positions and get into it.
I mean, that's going back forever. I mean, that's Booney's way, you know. Booney likes to. He's trying to mix and match.
I understand.
And whatever.
I understand that you. As of right now, they're like Schumann playing the outfield. Okay, you're missing Trent Grisham. Like, I guess my question to you guys is, who do you want to play and where do you want them to play? Like, presently constructed as it is right now.
Yeah, right now it's kind of tough to say because
why can't? Okay, if you're gonna have all these guys play, why can't? I mean, I know. I guess you can't really do that, but why couldn't
that's my point.
Volpe play shortstop every day and Cabby play second every day or something like. I also don't know.
Jazz where?
I know. At this point, I don't understand what, like, dude, Wells has got to get out of the lineup. We already don't have, like, I don't care. If Rice drops a few balls behind the plate or something, who gives a fuck? Why is Wells playing anymore? Rice goes behind the plate, Goldie's at first, and you open up your DH slot to mix and match. Like, why? Why are we
Well, it's funny
pushing
you
Wells,
say that.
dude?
Like, that was going to be my question. Like, okay, let's say when Stanton comes back, right? Goldschmidt has played well enough to where he has to play pretty much every single day. I know he's 38, so you're probably going to give him more off days than other guys. But when Stanton comes back and he's healthy, hopefully, and he goes back to the DH spot, you're going to have to put Rice behind the plate. Like, we can't be, it'll be to the point when he gets back that we can't afford to drop this many games in a row. We can't afford to, worry about, I guess you have to worry about defense, but like both of their bats presently constructed right now are too important not to be in the lineup every single day, and that's Goldie and Rice. So, like, yes, they're going to target a right-handed hitting catcher at the deadline, but unfortunately, Wells, statistically, I think is the worst hitter in Major League Baseball. Like, statistically. And then, Boone goes out there and just kind of just gives this gobbledygook nonsense about, like, I don't really know what's happening. We think it's there, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, he's not doing anything. Like, even you can't even tell me he's hitting the ball hard. He doesn't have hard hit outs. Like, you want to tout all this exit velo nonsense. Like, he doesn't even have that. Like, Trent Grisham in the beginning of the year was hitting 290 on balls hit over 100. That's 250 points lower than league average. Like, that's unlucky. Like, that's actual real material stats that I can see. Like, okay, that makes sense. He's striking out. He's not walking. He's not doing anything. He's a zero value add when it comes to offensive baseball for the New York Yankees.
Dude, he's a guaranteed out. He is literally, like, as close as you can get to a guaranteed out. Like, even if we go on a rally, like, you know what else is crazy? Even if we go on a rally in an inning, say we rattle off like 5 or 6 straight guys on base and we're going, like, you can count on Austin Wells to end it. Like, he'll end it no matter what, whether it's a double. Hopefully it's not guys on, but it probably will be, and then it's a double play or whatever. Like, dude, I don't, he is beyond bad at this point, and like, I'm still, obviously, Jazz is still Jazz, right? Like, I don't know. Yeah, he's hitting a little bit better at times. I don't know. Like,
well,
he's just,
I mean, but with Jazz specifically, like that game in Boston, okay, where you've been struggling for 3 straight games, and you're going to argue when 2 coaches come over to try and calm you down, and you're still going to launch your equipment and get thrown out of the game. Like, we need you in the lineup, even though you're not producing, because there's a chance that you can produce because you are historically a pretty decent player. Like, this team needs you.
and when
Anthony
you get
Rizzo
on base,
called him out. Rizzo called him out and said that's immature of Jazz to do, and it totally was. So, like, the mentality, the effort level, the heart, I sound like Frank the Tank. There's no heart. They're lifeless. Like, you get swept in Boston, and then you show up and lay out a fucking stinker on Monday night, and then tonight you followed up with another fucking stinker. And I'm not going to kill Cam Schlittler because, he's been a godsend, but, like, everything just fucking sucks right now.
And, dude, I mean, I will say I agree with you. A home plate umpire not checking down
Never
the
make
line,
that call.
Never make that call on your. Why are you making that call on your own? You don't need to.
You don't need to.
It's
an ego.
It's an ego power trip. I'm sure Jazz pissed him off at some point, or that's highly plausible. But, like, Jazz still,
even if he didn't, you should never do that.
It's not going to change, dude. You're not changing the call, and for you to get thrown out, obviously we do. Like, no matter what I say, like, getting him on base is a threat. All he has to do is find a way on base, and he's a threat because he can steal bags, like, better than anybody, as long as he doesn't get picked off when he's on there as well. But, like, everything is demoralizing, dude. And I'll tell you what, here's another example. And, like, I think this is Boone too. Like, it's just Boone not really, like, what did he say the other day about Jazz? He was mad about the blow pop, and then it's like, whatever, back and forth. It's like, yeah, dude, you control that, but okay. How about the other day? So Bednar comes in and gets us out of that. Bednar pitches on Sunday night, pitches the 9th and pitches the 10th and pitches the 8th and the 9th and gets us out of it. Dude, Doval comes in. Mike, it was 4 pitches. So in 4 pitches, they already had runners in scoring, but they already had scored a run and they had 2 guys on. If I'm the manager, in my mind, I'm like, he probably doesn't have whatever I'm looking for him to have today. So instead of just squandering this game for the sake of wanting to leave him in, I should probably try something else. Dude, the first 5 guys were single, hard out. A line drive missile out to the right fielder and single. Like what are we doing?
That was Sunday night?
That was Sunday night in extras.
No, wasn't it?
Doval. That was the last game of the series that we lost to get swept.
No, but they went up 4-2 and then Cruz.
Cruz, I'm sorry. Cruz, not Doval. Cruz. Cruz is who I'm talking about.
Right,
yes.
Okay.
When Cruz came in. So Cruz doesn't have it. But dude, as a manager, when you're watching that game, because I'm looking at that, and the first 3 guys, even if guys are getting outs, right? Like, I think this is completely underrated. There's a difference between getting 3 outs and striking out a guy 3 times and getting a striking out 2 guys and getting a soft ground out, and 3 piss missile line drive outs, right? Clearly they're on him. They happen to find a glove. There's a difference between that. And dude, they were hitting him all over the field. It took him 5 pitches to put us back in trouble, to almost be losing the game again. And then they hit the sac fly to tie it to, but even that out was like, damn, he smoked that thing. So I just don't understand in that situation. If you're the manager, you're like, he doesn't have it. What am I waiting for? Him to lose? Because they're seeing him all over the place. Like, they obviously had him read. And that was a game that we felt demoralized that we should have lost, because we should have. We played like shit. Sonny killed us. Sonny seems to be killing us when he pitches against us. And we have the game back. We fought our way back. The Sox handed us the fucking game back, and we handed it right back. Like, dude, it's so beyond infuriating to a poor team that really we shouldn't even let hang around. If we got that, it should have been, I know you can't keep Bednar out there because, like, I don't know what his max is, but it should have been somebody else after the first 3 batters to give us a chance. Like, to maybe try and get a ground out or a strikeout before the second out. It's frustrating, dude. The whole thing is just, the frustrations outweigh the positive by winning a couple of games that we should win. That's my opinion, and that's why I'm always way more on the other side than this, because this sucks.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is demoralizing. Like, there's nothing else to say about it. Like, we can cut this off right now and be done. Like, I don't know how many more times we can say it's demoralizing. It sucks, but like, yeah, I mean, that game Sunday, like, you go to Boston, you breathe life back into a team that is completely dead, or was completely dead. I mean, they were always 5 or 6 out of a wild card with a million games to go. So like, I would look at that as a non-fan and say you're not really out of it, but fans that we know personally would say, like, no, they're not doing anything, and now all of a sudden they have a little bit of hope. You know what? I want to take their hope and I want to jam it right down their fucking throat. I don't want to see them be happy. I don't want to see them be excited, but it comes at my expense, which is ultimately even worse, you know? So, like, you breathe life back into teams. You look like shit from the get-go, and then you follow it up by coming home and looking like even more shit, okay? And then you give up 21 unearned runs, defense, 4 errors in the Boston game. I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is at this point other than, like, it is a culture problem. The message in the room is not being heard by the players, whether there's a message happening or not. I'm so tired of hearing about, well, you don't know what Boone does behind closed doors. Well, yeah, I clearly do, because they look like shit every single time. Every summer at this particular point, they look like shit. So somebody's not hearing what's being said, you know.
And they don't act like anything is being done differently. They don't play like it. Like, I mean, dude, in reality, we hope for, and when Judge is in the lineup, like, we are very heavily dependent on Rice, Judge when he's in the lineup. Right now, Goldie and Belly, like that. If they're not producing offensively, this is kind of what this team is like, and they simultaneously all kind of have had bad 5-game stretches, right? And then you compile that with, on top of our main meat of the order not hitting, which then stems into the rest of the guys. the defense has been fucking abysmal. And the bullpen, the starting pitching's been okay-ish, I guess. Like, it's been enough where you could win these games if you could score at all and then not have boneheaded shit where you're just leaving guys on base and handing the other team opportunities to keep innings going. Like, dude, it's
Yeah,
so
you're giving
annoying.
team extra outs.
It's
You're
so
giving
annoying to
teams
watch.
extra outs.
I just saw something that the Yankees have 8 games where the starting pitcher went 6 or more innings and there was only 1 hit, the most out of any team in the MLB. 4 of those have come in the last 6 games. So like, there's something going on currently that is just what's going on with the team is not like, it's not the brand, it's not who they are. I'm taking
I think it's
it
just
as
like
an aberration.
the lows of this team, okay, are so fucking low.
Yes.
And everyone who watches this team is so invested into this team, it just hurts that much more. But like, the lows are the worst in baseball, and it happens every single year. Belly, dog shit on the road. He cannot hit on the road.
Can't hit. It's crazy.
You're an MVP player, man. You got to step up, especially when a guy like Judge goes down. We're paying you fucking $700 million a year. You got to do something. Ben Rice, I get it. You were an MVP candidate a month ago. You got to be better. I get it. Judge provides some protection for some of these guys, and they're going to get better pitches to hit. I totally understand that. But we can't rely on a 38-year-old who has cooled off to carry us through certain parts of the season. I do think the injuries have caused a lot of this, but the unforced errors have not been caused by injuries. Like, if you were losing games 4-5, 6-4, 7-4, 5-2, okay, whatever, it happens. But you've been non-competitive in all 6 of these games besides the Sunday night where the Boston Red Sox let you back in.
Dude, think about this thing think about this actual stat. Like, that stat, when they said it, and it was even before they said it on TV that I actually had looked at it. From Thursday, the middle of the game on Thursday, until Sunday in the 8th inning or whatever it was.
No hits.
They no hits. They didn't have a runner in scoring position. That means they didn't have a runner at second base for over 2-3 games, dude. And a couple of singles. Yeah, they scored a couple of runs off of solo shots and whatever. But dude, that's crazy bad for this team that's supposed to be all of these things. And that's the meat of the order, not doing anything. That's Rice Gold. And we shouldn't say Goldie, but dude, it is. Goldie's played himself into that position where it's dude, you need to hit. We need you to fucking hit. He's been awful. Well, he hasn't been awful, but he hasn't been enough. Rice has been not getting on base, and Belly's been terrible. And then you got Jazz getting thrown out and doing dumb shit, and the bottom of the order is what it is. Rosario's, if he plays every day, it's all over the place. I mean, he has been playing more now, but dude, it's just it's fucking ridiculous. How do you go that long without a guy reaching second? We didn't get a guy on second base.
I know we talk about McMahon not hitting, but we're not paying him to hit. Look what happens when you don't have your best defensive lineup out there. I mean, the balls from third base being thrown away. Caballero's playing. I mean, it's just, there's something and I think we get it. It almost, when you play this game and everything's going wrong, it feels like you're never going to get out of this funk. It really does. But I mean, all it does, this game is so stupid that we could win 6 in a row and be oh great, everything seems okay. The problems that we had 2 weeks ago, they're gone. Well, they're not really gone. You're just masking them by winning. Winning cures all things. I don't think.
And it really is a stupid game. I mean, dude, Sunday's game was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. Between the Sox completely giving it to us and giving the game, handing it back in the way that we scored those runs, and then the way we just absolutely handed it back to them, on a platter in the fucking bottom of the 10th. The whole thing was stupid. The whole game was fucking stupid. But it is crazy. These little dinkers, these throwaways, it really is dumb.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, listen, it's July now. We finished off June. in the fucking 12 and 11 and 14 or 12 and 14, I think at this point. So sub 500. Judge is not going to be getting any imaging done for at least another couple of weeks, which at that point he's probably going to have a lengthy rehab assignment. Free just started throwing, I think, to hitters today at Yankee Stadium. Hey, Lodge. Free just started throwing to hitters. Trent Grisham, I think, has one rehab game. Ryan McMahon has one rehab game. And they should be back, I think, on Friday. They have an off day on Thursday. Like, if you lose tomorrow,
take 5 off days.
Just win. If you can win tomorrow, get that off day. No. I think you need an off day. Win the game tomorrow and take that off day and reset with the Twins coming in. I don't think you're facing Joe Ryan, who is a pretty good starting pitcher for the Twins. Man, I don't know. Like I said, I'm hovering over the panic button. I'm not slamming it because it's July. You're 2.5 games out of first place in the AL East. I don't like the Rays clearly stunk for a little bit. They lost a shit ton of games, and now all of a sudden they've won 6 in a row while we've simultaneously lost 6 in a row. So, like, the AL East is stupid as well.
Camaro's white hot, too.
Yeah, he's nasty, dude.
8 home runs in 7 games.
It's just, I think they are I don't know if I'm going to say good. I think they're an above average baseball team that right now is missing key players, and it just adds more fuel to the fire of, like, Jesus, this is really tough, and I don't know if I can do this anymore. I sound like I'm going to commit suicide, but yeah.
Dude, it gets to the point where it genuinely, and, like, I know Lodge is going to probably fucking roll his eyes because he's been dealing with it the entire season, but dude, it genuinely does get to a, like, and it's 6 games now or whatever, but it gets to a point where it's like, it legitimately just does nothing but put me in a fucking atrocious mood. Like, I know I want to have it on because I want to watch it and have it on, but then I'm just going to get so pissed off. And, like, then I'm just pissed off here. I'm pissed off about nothing. And, like, I'm just pissed because it just looks like shit. It's not like they're losing a close game where it's like, oh, fuck, that sucks. It's like, it's just shit. It's just shit that they're looking like. And that's the worst part of trying to deal with it day in and day out. And then it's like the 24-hour cycle of after one of those shit games, like, all right, maybe we can get it back today. It's like, oh, nope, it's just going to be immediately dead. Just fucking...
I mean, I was watching this evening, and I'm like, okay, Schlittler, 2 outs. All right, let's get out of the inning, no runs. And Spencer Jones goes up to rob the home run, ball in the glove, pops out, home run. It's like, at that point, I was like, this game is over. They're not going to win. Not because they can't score a run to like this. That
they
play
can't right now.
I know but that play doesn't happen to a team that is going to win a game that is currently on a 5-game losing streak. It just doesn't happen. Lige, take your victory lap. You swept us. Have at it.
I mean, there's not really much of a victory lap. We swept you guys to go 10 games under 500.
That does suck, man. That fucking sucks.
I was like, it could. I mean, then they won the next game, but today they had a classic terrible 1-run. Bullpen came in, blew I think it was a 2-1 or 1-1 game. Bullpen came in the 7th, gave up 5 runs. We lost 6-1. No, I mean
that does suck though. Like you're like, sorry, you're like, oh yeah, we just swept the Yankees, 4-game win streak, 5-game win streak. Oh, by the way, we're still 10 games under 500.
After tonight, we're back to 10 games under 500. I mean, it's the weird part is we're 4.5 out of the wild card, or whatever. But
that's absurd.
Yeah, it was on the Green Monster. It was like 14.5 out of division, but it's like, oh, the wild card's still right there.
Yeah, the wild card's still there. It's just, I'm sure you guys have all seen the graphics. The past 5 years, the Yankees have had the stretch in June and July where they just play 500 ball. Yeah, you get swept by the Red Sox, so it hurts a little more. But like, it's not like we're going anywhere this year. You guys still are by far the best team in the AL when healthy, and like I joined,
which sucks. That's the part that sucks. Is like the AL's so bad, and generally, like if they're just playing like, I don't know how they were playing in like May, you'd run away. You'd run away with it.
You'd be dominating the AL right now. But you have too many injuries. I mean, I was looking at the lineup. Was it today? I think the Yankees lineup. There's not really much in there right now.
You mean you
obviously,
don't like Schumann out in left field?
yeah, I mean, you guys are starting guys the Red Sox would start at this point. So I mean, yeah, it's fun to take our victory laps. You guys are miserable, but like Saint said, this is literally how the Red Sox have been all year. And I know Saint said it just pisses him off watching. I stopped watching the Red Sox about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago at this point, because I saw what the team was, and the team was nothing. When I shared that one stat where they would have been like 30-5 if they scored at least 3 runs, and it was like, this team's going nowhere, and it's not like they addressed any of the problems. They're like in the defense of the Yankees getting swept. The Red Sox have had good starting pitching all year, and the last 11 starts, the Red Sox starting pitching has been unbelievable. And now, can we score the runs? We did against the Yankees here and there, but the Yankees just aren't hitting the ball right now, and I don't think you guys are healthy enough to have your lineup out there. But you've seen when your lineup is healthy, you're by far the best team in the AL. And then, we talked. It's in a way it reminds me of the Knicks in the sense of the Knicks.
I literally just said that before you got on.
Yeah, I mean the Knicks were a favorite to come out of the East. They did win the East, and then it's like, get to the World Series, see what happens when you play a team. Let the NL beat up on each other on their way there, which they're going to have to do anyway, because only one team can come out of that. I don't think anybody in the AL can. I mean, the Rays are going to be a thorn in your side all year. They do this every single year. But no team in the AL, I think, can compete with you guys when you're healthy. And it's the middle of the summer. You'll be healthy in time for the playoffs. And you're going to have to run into a team with 3 good starting pitchers. And bias aside, I think the Red Sox are probably that team, but they're not going to make the playoffs, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I don't know what, like, the team that you have to, I think the teams that you have to worry about in the American League are probably the Rays and the Mariners. I don't know.
Mariners do have the starting pitching, but they can't, they have their own issues.
Right. I don't, the Jays maybe, like, if they come on late, like, you've seen it, so, like, you would have to send them a level of respect, I guess, that you might not with other teams. But, like, yeah, you're right. I think that's why, like, maybe I'm not panicking as much as maybe you would see people on Twitter right now. It's like, we talked about the American League and how bad it is, and there's nothing I can do about that except just try and win the damn thing. So, like, they are probably the best team on paper in the American League. You should theoretically be in the World Series if your team's, like, they said this when Fried first got hurt, like, you don't need to rush him back. Like, the starting pitching is pretty dang good as it is without him. Get Cole back, etc. I would love to see a rotation with Cole and Fried, because we've been waiting for a year and a half at this point. But just stay afloat, man. Just
500 ball, dude. A little bit over 500 ball. That's all you got. That's all we need him to do.
Like, if they finish June one game over 500, I would feel a lot better right now than I do where they are at like 12 and 15 or whatever the hell it was.
The main concern here is you have to win the division, because if not, your first round, essentially, like, you'll get a 3-game series against some shit, whoever, that you should beat, probably at home, right? But then you have a 5-game series against the team who you notoriously play horrible against all the time in the Rays. And, like, without home field advantage. Now, granted, Yankees home away from home.
They are playing at home.
Yeah, it's home away from home in St. Petersburg or whatever. But, like, dude, still, the Rays are not the team. The Rays would be the only team where I'd be like, damn, that sucks to see them. And if you're going to have to see them, you need home field advantage. You need to be at Yankee Stadium. And then, honestly, anybody else in the American League is not really worrisome. But unfortunately, that's the first-round playoff matchup more likely than not, whether we're home or away. I mean, we'd have to win a 3-game series if we don't win the division. But, like, that's probably what's going to happen. So you got to be home. You have to win the division. You have to be at home. And, like, I think that matters significantly. We saw what happened last year, us not being able to play at home. I think that series against Toronto goes way different if the first 2 games are at Yankee Stadium and not in Toronto and letting the fans get behind them. Like, I think it's way different.
Do you guys want to hear how stupid baseball is?
Sure.
Yeah.
This is hot off the press from Jeff Passan. His tweet: the best team in baseball in June by a decent margin is the Miami Marlins. They went 20-6 and have outscored teams 129-78. They have the lowest payroll in Major League Baseball. The Marlins' third highest player is Giancarlo Stanton, who played for them last in 2017. This game is absolutely stupid.
That's why baseball is as amazing as it is, because weird things happen.
That's why you
like
can't
that.
get too high or too low.
No,
No?
you got to make the playoffs and anything can happen. That's literally what you got to do.
Dude, you can hit 3 balls fucking 120 miles an hour off the bat and they're all outs, and then you can hit 4 dribblers and score a run. Like, the game itself is just
Guardians
dumb
ball.
in that respect. Like, it's so fucking
The
stupid.
Marlins,
Teach all the stuff about hitting and all this stuff. I can hit a stupid choppy ground ball to the right place that's an actual awful piece of hitting and it's a single. But I can hit a piss missile that goes 140 miles an hour off the bat and it's an out.
Marlins run differential is only plus 13.
Yeah, and they just put up 129 runs
So
in
this
1 month.
they're like plus 50,
That's
and overall
crazy.
it's plus 13 on the season.
That's crazy.
Did you guys see any of the stuff on Twitter about what Jorge Posada was saying about today's game by any
I
chance?
saw him complain. I didn't read it.
No, what'd he say?
Yeah.
Old man yells at clouds.
Yeah, he
on.
basically was just, kind of. I mean, he said he doesn't watch today's game. He thinks today's game is garbage. He says you can't measure Jeter's defensive stats with all these analytics. Basically railing against analytics, and then people were chirping back saying like, oh, well, defensive stats show that you were a below average catcher defensively. That's why you're pissed off.
I mean,
I think
but the eye test to that, like, I think that's someone who didn't grow up in that era, who didn't watch the game. Like, dude, Jorge Posada was phenomenal behind the plate. Like, and that's an eye test of us watching. Like, there's nobody else that I probably would have rather wanted behind the plate in most circumstances. So, like, that argument in itself is dumb, and analytics don't tell that entire story all the time.
Well, right. I think that's the issue with analytics is like it doesn't measure like when I was watching the game the other day. I think I was watching the game when Aaron and Gotti were here, and Aaron was talking about like I love catchers' body language when they're talking to their pitcher, like trying to get him to calm down and like good pitch, throw it again, whatever. I'm watching the game the other day, and Wells, like his body language to me when he was throwing the ball back to the pitcher was just so nonchalant and annoying to me that like it just bothered me. But my point is, the analytics can't measure the things I think that catchers specifically maybe have to do behind the plate. Like it's more than just calling a pitch. It's more than just framing a pitch, right? Like it's actually a relationship you have with that pitcher and making sure that you're on the same page and calming them down and keeping them focused, et cetera, being the field general, right? When you're on the field. The whatever it was, like, who was the Mets hitting coach? Was it Eric Chavez? Right? He's been railing against analytics recently on his podcast. And I think what most people want outside of these like people who love these all these stats is there needs to be some level of a happy medium between like, yes, data is good. We like data. We like the information. It's good to have information, but it doesn't need to be applied to every single player the same way. It doesn't fit all in one category. Like there's got to be some feel for the game, and I think they've lost that within baseball, and I think generally, speaking, like sports overall. Marty, you're a big data guy. You crunch the numbers all day long. You're looking at stocks. What do you think? Sometimes you get a feeling in your gut like, ooh, this stock is gonna pop off. I'm gonna buy it.
Math is not, it's the same thing. Math is not an advantage. Everybody has a calculator. Everybody knows there. So like to relate it back to investing, Stevie Cohen used to say this. His big thing is math is not an edge. Everybody has math. There's a science part of it, right? That everybody knows and everybody can figure out. And then there's an art part of it. And that's ultimately the guys that get paid the big bucks when it comes to investing are the ones that understand the art behind it. And that's the stuff that you can't really, it's hard to quantify. And you have to have a feel for it. It's the same thing in baseball. Yes, everybody looks at the same numbers. It doesn't matter. You're not going to get it. You need to understand the game, and you need to have a feel for how things are going. Like perfect case in point of having a feel for the game. Nestor Cortez should not have been in Game 1 of the World Series. The guy hadn't pitched in 40 days. Statistically, stats say, yeah, you put in Nestor Cortez. But having a feel for the game and understanding how things work in the real world, you're like, no, you're not going to put a guy who hasn't pitched in 40 days in the biggest game of his life, in the biggest situation of his life. So, like, yeah, it's ridiculous. But Jorge Posada also was talking about just like he was talking about the way that hitters approach Like there's no hitting going on. It's just like home run or K.
Yeah, I
She's
agree.
also
I
right
think.
about.
I mean, he did say something that kind of wasn't necessarily accurate. He's like, "Oh, you hit 202 and you get paid like an all-star." It's like, all right, well,
That's
I
a
don't
little
know if that.
ridiculous.
I don't think there's like Juan Soto doesn't hit 202. Like, he hits pretty good. Judge hits pretty good. Shohei Ohtani hits pretty like. So you're not like. I think at that point that's just like you could chalk it up to a guy who played in a time where salaries weren't as high and he's a little bit bitter about whatever his salary was. That's just my guess. But I agree, Marty. It was very well explained
Thank
by
you.
you.
Thank you.
There's an art form, and that art form is missing in baseball in particular. For some reason with baseball, it's like the most glaring. But like you see it in football too, right? Like what do? Fourth down, they say it for the convert, go here. Conversion rate is 71%, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Because baseball, like they have all of like it's so easy to come up with all of these obscure statistics like expected batting average, which I do agree with that. Hard hit rate, barrel percentage, like all these random letters together that you look at and you're like, I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is saying. So
Bep.
you can't really do that in football. Like what spiral rate? How tight is your spiral? Like are they? You know what I mean?
Ooh, he throws a tight spiral. That's a tight spiral 700% of the time.
Yeah.
That spin rate. That ball spun 100,000 times.
Yeah,
before it hit home.
Yeah. It's just it's easy in baseball.
One of the stats in baseball that drives me crazy is like batting average. Batting average on balls in play, and it's like, well,
what does that even mean?
How many times?
50% of the time, but you have a high.
Have you actually heard Manny Machado talking shit
Yeah,
about
he hates
how many?
it.
Dude, he hates it, and he goes, I don't know who makes all this shit up. He goes, most of it means nothing. He's like, what's this one I heard the other day? He's like, BAPIP. He's like, and the guy was explaining it to him, and he's like, what's that mean? And the guy's like, well, it would be what your average is if there was no fielders. He's like, but there's fielders. It's like, well, good point. And everybody just laughed. He goes, I don't know what the point of all these metrics are.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think it was interesting to see Posada say that. Like, so for all these Yankee fans that are like, I want Posada as my manager, like, bro, I don't think he wants to manage.
No, you don't.
I want Posada as my manager. I want Jeter as my GM. I want Bernie Williams as my hitting coach. Yeah, bring back the 98 team.
I think Pettit wants to be a pitching coach. I think he actually has said that.
I would take A-Rod in some.
I would take A-Rod as a coach as well, because the way I've seen him explain hitting on the Fox broadcast is better than anything. I've never heard James Townsend, or whatever the fuck his name is, explain hitting.
Yeah. A-Rod just knows the game. He does.
You said you didn't like the NBC broadcast, dude. I think I like Roger Clemens. I think him explaining certain things about pitchers was good. Like I thought he did a pretty good job.
I actually, you know what? I was actually ticked off when the NBC broadcast cut from Jazz arguing with the ump. Like people want to see that stuff. That is such a miss by them to cut away to commercial when you have a player arguing with an umpire. Dude, people love that shit.
Yeah, no, that was a miss. But overall, I think to be honest with you, I think NBC's broadcast is better in just about every sport. I think their NBA broadcast is way better than anybody else's. I know Chris Collinsworth is annoying, but I think their football broadcast itself is actually better.
I think Tirico is an absolute all-star in anything he does.
Yeah, he is.
He makes the significantly difference. But I'm talking about the actual production value of what you're watching. I think NBC does the best job with all sports, in my opinion.
Elijah, did you watch the Sunday night game on NBC?
Didn't watch a pitch of any of those games.
Oh, that's fantastic. You suck.
World Cup. Can we talk about that yet?
Great. Not yet. We will. The one thing that I didn't notice it during the game, but then when I was listening to the radio the next day, they were saying that they had trouble knowing who was talking. Like they all sounded the same. So like when Roger Clemens was speaking, I guess the only way I knew that he was speaking is because he was primarily talking about pitching. But once I heard them say it, I was like, you know what, that is an interesting point. I couldn't tell who was talking. I only saw Rizzo was talking because under the score, the scoreboard, they would say like Rizzo reporting from like the sideline or whatever because he sits like in the dugout.
Anthony Rizzo?
Yeah, Anthony, Tony.
I mean, I think that would be for the casual fan, yeah, but like I definitely knew when Roger Clemens. I think he has a pretty distinct voice, in my opinion. But
yeah, I could see both
for the
sides.
casual fan, no, for the casual fan, I definitely could see that as well.
Yep. Well, listen, Yanks, they're in a rough one right now, man, and it seems to be par for the course every time we get to this point in the year in the baseball season. So I'm not slamming the panic button. I guess you could say I'm a little worried, but I want everybody back healthy. If this was happening with all of our guys healthy, then it's slam the panic button.
Yes.
House is burning. Everybody like die. Like, so I need everybody back before I can make a real assessment. So State of the Union is a little worried, not slamming the panic button. God bless America.
Amen.
All the clapping seals get up when they like what I say, and all the clapping seals boo when they don't like what I say. State of the Union is just fantastic.
State of the Union, garbage.
Speaking of which, we should really pivot to some World Cup, little basketball. Nice. LeBron James, where's he heading? Back to Miami. We're not going to win 1. We're not going to win 2. We're not going to win 3. We're not going to win 4. We're going to win 5. He's a great father.
In Miami compared to the other people he was with. Just saying.
Marty, you want to know how good of a dad he is? He didn't wait to tell the Lakers he was leaving until Bronny's deal was finalized. How about a good dad getting his son paid $2.5 million?
Paid. He farmed his own teammate.
$5 million?
No, it was wasn't it 2.5 or 2.7?
Yeah, $2.5 million to play in the G League. That's pretty crazy.
I thought you said $25 million.
No, 2.5.
It's like, okay, it's not that much.
Yeah, LeBron told the Lakers he's not coming back, which I'm not really shocked by LeBron not going back to the Lakers, and I'm not shocked by him continuing to play in the NBA. What I am shocked at is the fact that purple hair Kerr and his old heads in San Francisco are going to get LeBron, and we're going to be running out a geriatric squad and think it's going to do anything other than just boost.
You think he's actually going to do that? Like, going to be him and Steph and all these guys?
He can't go.
The combined age on the floor at any point in time would be 150.
Dude, they're the betting favorites to land him. So, like, and Draymond took a cut or whatever, or declined his option or something like that. So, like, yeah, I do think he's going to go there.
Run? I mean, I guess.
I saw them. Bayless call them Olden State.
No.
Listen, your brother today, I don't know what group chat that was in, but he's like, yep, sign me up, slurp, slurp, slurp. And I said, all right, man, this is 10 years too late, man. Nobody, it'll get ratings and they'll probably be a playoff team, but
but they're not going to beat anybody significant. Like, all those guys can only play fucking 25 minutes a game.
If he's trying to win, he shouldn't go to Golden State. But if he's trying to just go out with a bang, then that'd be a fun team for him to go to.
Lige, let me ask you a question.
Realistically, the teams that make sense are the Heat and the Cavs.
Let me ask you a question, Lige.
I'm listening, Mike.
I heard people say this, and I don't know if it's true or not about the Heat. It was on the radio, pretty much, so it's New York bias.
Okay.
But in your general opinion, this question is going to sound so stupid when I ask it. Are they a better team after trading for Giannis? Like, did they drastically improve, or did they lose too much in the trade and there's really who else is playing type question?
All right,
does that make sense?
Great question. I got an answer for you. The last 4 years, the Heat have not been good enough with the players that they traded. So I don't understand why all of a sudden everyone thinks that these players are good and that they shouldn't have traded them for Giannis. This team was a play-in team for the past 4 years, and it's been exhausting. I think Giannis is enough to get him out of the play-in. You're not going to be the best team in the East, but you'll be competing for a 3-6 seed, which is much better than they've been doing. And I trust the Heat front office to find random guys to come in and play as role players. They've been doing that for as long as I've been a Heat fan. Just find those random dudes to plug and play, like Gabe Vincent the 1 year against the Celtics when he had... No, it was Caleb Martin averaged 19 a game against the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's people like Max Strus and also Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson. They find these people all the time. So I have no issues with the Heat filling out the rest of that roster. Did they give up too much? No, because they had to give up everything, all these mediocre pieces that people have been calling mediocre for years and years. You had to give them up to get a superstar. I don't think it makes them the favorite in the East at all, but it makes the Heat important again. It makes it fun to watch them again. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Relevant. Makes the Heat relevant
Hmm.
again in the news. It's just exciting. And now you got
I
rumors swirling about LeBron, which is even more exciting. I don't know. The Heat
Yep.
haven't been relevant. I mean, they were with Jimmy Butler when they made that finals run, but it's like, I don't know. It's just fun to be back in the mainstream, and people can talk all they want, but these same people were hating on the Heat for being a play-in team with these same players. So, what do you want?
I think that's also kind of what was said on the radio too. Like you have a great front office with Pat Riley. Like he will find players to
Yeah.
plug and play. So
And they
you
already
make that
signed Tim
trade.
Hardaway Jr. to a 1-year contract, which is great signing. He's a
Yeah,
great three-point shooter, which is
I
exactly what
agree.
you need.
So is LeBron going back to Miami?
That would be incredible. I would love that so much. Or back to Cleveland, but I don't think he'd win. I think if he goes to Miami, he can have a reasonable role on the team where they could, increase their win total with him on the team. I don't know if he could come to Cleveland and do the same thing. I don't really know if that team's built to have LeBron on that team with Donovan Mitchell and James Harden as the ball carriers.
Somebody said Knicks, and I was like, dude, the Knicks needed him like 10 years ago. Like
The
not
Knicks would
after
be
they
hilarious
just
because that would piss Knicks fans off so much.
not after they just won a championship. Like, dude, we needed you 10 years ago when no one wanted to come here and you chose not to. So like, you know, would it be cool to see LeBron play at Madison Square Garden in the Knicks uniform? Like, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Like
but you just
he's
don't need. You're a
one
team
of, if
competing.
not
You
the
don't need him
greatest
right
basketball
now.
player. Correct. The Knicks have signed Landry Shamet. They've signed Alvarado.
I'm hearing Mitch Robinson's out.
Mitchell Robinson could be out if they do not go above the second apron, which I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you I understand
Numbers
anything
guy.
about this
Get the
apron
numbers guy
stuff.
on it.
I know that like there are penalties, but if you're a first time offender versus like a multiple time offender, it's not as bad. Obviously, you can get out of it. It's kind of crazy. I would think. Do you think it would be imperative to the Knicks having a chance to repeat, like, to bring back the team that just won, or are you okay with losing a guy like Mitch when you know a guy like Karl Anthony Towns is going to find himself in foul trouble? Like he played a pretty significant role on this team. Do you think it's imperative that they bring everybody back?
Bring
I
Mitch
don't know.
back.
I don't know if you want to get complacent in the sense of like, because teams do that all the time where they win and then they just bring back the exact same team and they're never able to replicate what they did. I think I don't know. Do they need to upgrade the backup center position? I don't know if they can because of this tax apron thing you're talking about. But I don't think losing Mitch is that big of a deal where they'd fall off a cliff. The East is still going to be up for grabs next year. It's going to be the exact same thing, minus the Celtics having Jaylen Brown probably. And I don't know if there's anybody out there they're going to trade for that makes them better. So yeah, I mean you're gonna lose some people anyway because some team's going to come in there and pay him more. Um,
Yeah,
but no, I
which he
don't think.
deserves. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
great,
think
but if
players
he
like
can't stay healthy, which is a huge knock on him, he can't play a full season. He can't play every game.
he did this year.
He played every game.
Well, he didn't play every game, but like they load managed him. But like they figured, I guess the answer to rebut the can't stay healthy.
Okay,
They figured
he was
out
healthy.
his
Did
health.
they load manage him game 1 of the season?
Mike Brown is a genius. The sports science department are geniuses.
Hey, the Knicks won the double this year. Not
I
enough
know.
people are talking about that.
The double.
They
The
won
more
the
important
cup.
one is the cup. We want the cup.
It's no, I mean, if you lose them, it would be a blow, but I don't think it's something where they're like, oh, they're not one of the favorites in the East now. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Sorry, I agree. Saying what's going on with Jaylen Brown? What are they going to trade him?
He's too busy streaming.
Yeah, I don't really know what all this stemmed from. I don't know if they just like.
It was the honest deal.
I mean, it must have been, and then they were like, they must have really won Giannis, and they're like, you know what? Maybe they didn't get it, and they're like, Jalen Brown's probably pissed at us because now he thinks that we're trying to ship him out, so we might as well ship him out and get something. But Elijah's completely correct. At this point, when I read Shams' thing about how the Celtics are adamant or they're being very open about trading, it's like, what are you going to get that's going to make it worthwhile at this point? Like, what are you going to get, a bunch of draft picks and shit? Like, I don't really know. There's nobody available, and there's nobody I could really see them trading for that makes any sense. And I don't know. It seems like it would be stupid to blow this up. However, I personally think Jaylen Brown, I know he was having a great year this year, but overall, he is probably one of the most overpaid guys in the NBA. Like, his value in comparison to what he actually does and being a big moment guy, like a superstar type guy that won't fold when it's big, like when you pay him that much. Like, when you think of like Luka and Jokic and Shai, like these guys show up when like they're scoring all the time, right? Jaylen Brown is like he can be completely hit or miss. I don't understand. I never understood the contract to begin with, but like
He's a Finals
maybe it would
MVP.
be. But dude, that in the Finals MVP in itself, okay, he was the best guy in 7 games or 5 games or whatever. Like that's fine. But and I'm not saying he's a bad player. I don't know. I never understood the contract when they gave it to him. But at this point in time, maybe that's where they're going. Like I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know why you would blow this up, especially when you're getting Tatum back and it's like it seems like everybody's gelling and everything's going well. Like I don't know. I don't get it. I don't really understand, and I don't know what they would get. But if they just trade him away for a bunch of draft picks and some cash or something, like that seems dumb.
The biggest rumors I've seen are Jamal Murray, which would be weird. I don't know if that would fit well with Tatum. And the other one is going to the Trailblazers, and they get a bunch of picks.
I mean,
love Jamal Murray.
What are the Trailblazers going to do? They're going to play 4 guards? Like,
yeah, I kept seeing a meme where it was like "Oops, all guards" instead of like "Oops, all berries." The Captain Crunch thing. It was "Oops, all guards," and it was just 4 guards going out there.
I also saw a funny meme about Damian Lillard and Ja playing together. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the what's that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal where he's like he's the police officer and he like holds
I know
up
the one you're talking
clock
about where he's just holding up all the guns
to the
camera.
Yeah, he goes Ja Morant in Portland. It's the Glock 9. 2
I
mags.
If they somehow work out a trade with Denver, I would like to see Jaylen Brown and Jokic play together. That would be exciting.
That would be pretty crazy. But I think Jamal Murray just flows so well with Jokic.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know why you'd mess up the chemistry on that team. But that would
Marty,
be an
you got anything to add on the NBA?
I got nothing to add on the NBA other than bring Mitch back. Other than bring Mitch back, I think Mitch is a key player to this team. He got that rebound.
Sure. It was a big rebound.
It was a huge
rebound.
He got
that one rebound once.
And I mean, he can't shoot free throws, but yeah, like you said, Cat always gets into foul trouble. What are you going to do when he gets into foul trouble? Who are you going to put in?
Ariel Hawkport.
You guys fell in love with this year?
Hawkporty.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, that he did play in the finals. I mean, he had to. We didn't have a choice, but listen, I wish the Knicks were still playing, right? Because it was the greatest cover for the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. Dude, the Mets are. You think we're bad?
I mean, the Mets are just.
They are bad.
They're 15 games under 500. You thought the Red Sox.
They do everything that we've done in 5 games for an entire year. Like they just like. Dude,
I don't understand how David Stearns has a job still. If I'm Steve Cohen and I'm this big bad business guy and like I'm a results driven business guy, bro, I gave you $380 million and this is what you gave me. Every move David Stearns has made has not worked. Besides Clay Holmes, which he's got hurt.
You have 2 guys. You have 2 guys. That's your whole team. Like that's it.
And like. It is.
And one of them's not even playing where he should in the field, and it shows. Like, I mean, the other one's a Gold Glover.
You guys saw the Little League home run yesterday?
Dude,
the Mets game?
Then he picked up the ball and didn't throw it.
Dude. He picked up the ball. I don't even know how that's possible.
Did you see what happened at the Guardians game today? I missed it even when I was there.
No, what happened?
There's 1 out, fly ball to right field. Guy catches it. Guy in second, 2 outs. Tosses the ball into the stands because he thought it was 3 outs.
I love baseball.
Run scores, Rangers end up winning 4-2.
But dude, you know how many times the one with Lindor running off the field when he thinks there's 3 outs, or I mean, dude, they just have some all-time bad, like the Mark Vientos one falling over first base has to be the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. How you don't record an out while you avoided the base like it was the plague, and all you had to do was fall on the base with the ball.
I still think he got him out on that play.
I think you're right. I think he actually had it in his glove, but saying to your point, like David Stearns let Pete Alonso go, who was a fan favorite, who was your all-time leader in home runs. They were getting no production out of it. Like Polanco at first base, like it reminds me of the movie Moneyball, right? Where he's like, Hatteberg, they're playing first base, and how hard is it? It's incredibly difficult. Where what's his face says it, like
Ron Washington.
yeah. It's like this, but like this goes back to the analytics talk. Is like these guys who are in these positions of power in baseball think they're smarter than 250 years of like shit that actually worked. And like there needs to be a blend. You couldn't pony. You have the richest owner in sports. You couldn't pony up couldn't tack on one more year for Pete Alonso to get him to 4 years as opposed to 3. You didn't want to go to 5. Okay, let's meet in the middle. You couldn't throw another $10 million onto it.
He wanted to stay there. You think he wants to be in Baltimore right now? Who they don't give a fuck about him. Baltimore's not that good. Like,
dude,
he doesn't want to be there.
He's also hitting like really well this year too, from what I understand. I mean, like his power. I don't know about his average, but his power numbers are there, which is what you need. You need a guy to hit 50 home runs.
Baltimore, I thought was going to be good for 10 years, man.
Dude,
It's a shame that they're wasting Gunnar and Hadley's careers, dude. Those two guys fucking give us Hadley.
I would do anything to get Gunnar Henderson on the Yankees. Oh,
dude, give us both of them.
Yeah, well, just give it to us.
Well, there is
give
Scooball too.
Give me Scooball and Skeens. Give me all of them.
Yes,
because we're the New York Yankees.
Yes. Give me all of them.
Yeah, Derek Jeter would make that trade, no problem.
Yeah, Derek Jeter, Andy Pettit would coach those guys up.
Yeah, I want Tino Martinez at first base. That's my first base coach.
The Yankees. We talked trade deadline, and the Yankees going to be buyers. Not
they should, but they
obviously,
won't.
But what do they need?
The Yankees are always buyers. I think they're looking at Jeffers out of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Catcher.
That is Jeffers saying. There is
catcher and bullpen. I know. I'm just saying catcher.
There is smoke around Tarek Skubal, to be honest with you. I've heard that in the Twitter sphere, and like Kay's talked about it on his show. Where like 2 weeks ago, Kay was like, "You don't need to trade for Tarek Skubal," and I understood what he was saying. But today he was like, you know what? I'm changing my answer. If you can go out and get Tarek Skubal, like you give up everybody but Lombard Jr. and Legrand, right? And everybody else on the table.
You have much more to offer them.
Yeah,
they're gonna want some of our key pieces.
Yeah,
they're not just gonna take it.
You give him Spencer Jones. You give him Spencer Jones. You give him Elmer Rodriguez. You give him there's a lefty shortstop. I can't remember his name. He's in single A right now. You give him up. Like, dude, can you name a prospect that we've given up that's turned out any besides what's his face, Pete Crow Armstrong? Can you think of a
Yankee?
No, he was a Met.
Oh,
that makes it worse. Can you think of somebody you've given up from your farm system that's turned out to be like
Kyle? What's the guy's name for the Brewers? That's a stud, Kyle Harrison, the one pitcher there. He was part of the.
Where was he at?
He was part of the Red Sox Devers trade, and then we shipped him off before he even played for us.
But like, is he like a Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal type?
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
He has like a 2.2 ERA this year, but
pretty good.
I mean, Devers has been pretty shit, hasn't he?
I thought he was been hitting the ball better.
He's got a.
I saw he got in the argument with Vitello there about getting pulled out to pinch run. It's like, yeah, dude, you're fast and slow. Like, he wants someone fast on the base. And he literally wouldn't come off first.
The only thing I can think of right now is the entire Nationals team. Because all those prospects are kind of killing it right now for them. Abrams, Wood. I think he's got another one. Like all the guys.
Even though the team still sucks. But, I mean, I guess they're doing better than they've done in past years.
You're right, Mike. Very good. Well, I'm also team always trade the prospects. Get the player you know that's going to be good and go from there.
Listen, there are prospects, in my opinion, that I would like to keep. Like, I would like to keep Lombard. Like, I've heard Buster Olney and all these other guys say, like, around Major League Baseball, the thought is he could step onto a field and play defense at a Major League level. The hitting is lagging, obviously, which makes sense. I'd like to keep that. I'd like to keep the guy who throws 102 out of the bullpen because we need that, right? Because you're gonna trade for bullpen guys when you got a guy in your farm system who throws a fucking 102, right? So, like, whatever. But, like, anybody else, man, like, you want Spencer Jones? Have him, dude. I don't care. You want Dominguez? Sure. Give me Screwball. But here's
Spencer
the thing.
Jones was untouchable at the beginning of the year. Turns
Dude,
out
he
strikes out a lot.
good. Anyway, let's do 5 minutes on. Aaron gave us a question, but I'm not sure.
Skip it.
A little strange. You want to hear it, Saint?
I mean, yeah, that's the one that's just he's marinating with that one.
Hold
one
on.
of his ones on the back burner.
You're in the chat. What's the first
Yeah,
thing?
I've seen it.
What's the first thing you would do if you're the opposite gender? X-rated only. I mean,
dude, how many answers are there to that? Like what? What? How many X-rated answers are there with that?
trust me, he could come up with a few.
Yeah, he could come up with all of them.
Yeah, but they're all stemming off of the same concept.
Correct.
Right.
Well, yeah.
So thanks, Aaron, for the question.
It's only one concept.
I probably just, I don't know, stare at my chest. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Good answer, Mike. Good answer.
USA Soccer tomorrow against Bosnia something. I don't remember the last name part of that. Herzegovina. I don't remember it ever being that. I just remember it being Bosnia. But USA Bosnia tomorrow. Thoughts? What do you think? What's your prediction? Are you expecting them to come out and look like when they played bad? I tell you what, that win against Paraguay looks a lot better now, right? It looks a lot better now compared to what they did.
Dude.
So what
nuts.
What do you think they're going to do coming out tomorrow?
Expectations for me are to win that game. You win that game maybe by 2 goals. I mean, it's not an easy team, but you've looked the better team start to finish in the group play so far. You got the home crowd. It's your World Cup. These guys look like they're willing to handle the pressure. Bosnia is a team that they beat Italy to make the World Cup. They're not a pushover.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good on set pieces, so I'll be terrified anytime they get a corner because there's some big boys in there. And we did not look good on corners against Turkey at all. So that's something I'm worried about. So if they score a goal in a corner, I'll text the group chat and say I told you so. But I know we should win this game. There's no doubt in my mind we should win this game and move on and face. I don't know who would be next, but whatever.
Is the game
our path to the quarters is very favorable.
Is the game plan for the United States? In my opinion, if you're the better team, right? And I actually noticed this. This is going to sound really stupid, but I notice it when I play soccer on Tuesdays. The better team will press the shit out of us, and it makes us make mistakes, to which then we can, give up goals that way, or they retain possession and then they score a goal. But is the United States going to come out and pressure the shit out of them to make them make mistakes?
This is a team we're better than that. Yes, we should be doing that.
Yeah, you're a superiorly talented team. There is no reason not to pressure them and do exactly what you did against Paraguay, which is this is the same. Early. Paraguay is a similar. It's like
better.
Same honestly. Style of team that you would be playing so there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to come out and dominate that just the same way.
It's just one of those games you win in regulation, you don't let it go into penalties, you don't let weird things happen. You take care.
Because we're seeing what's happening.
Yeah, penalties are a crapshoot. And yeah, it's just you don't mess around with this game. You jump on them early, you score a goal in the first half an hour. Yep. Maybe you put another one in before halftime. You just don't just don't let them breathe. Just go out there and jump on them
penalties.
Early.
I agree, Elijah. Pure class, Marty. Pure class.
It is pure class. The lads are out there. Pure class.
God, Marty.
Just care a little bit. It's the World Cup.
I do care. I do care slightly. It's pretty cool.
Mike, wait a minute.
France is really good.
I actually don't even think either of these guys know that much because I think I just texted you and Eric yesterday. You two know I went to the game yesterday.
What game?
No.
The Germany-Paraguay game.
I was at the Germany-Paraguay game, man.
Was it good?
Dude, you didn't tell me? Oh my God, I'm so pissed off. Now I'm going to hold it over your head forever that you didn't tell me.
Same, missed
No, but that would be the same as me inviting you. It's the same,
I'm not gonna relent on that,
Same.
But nevertheless.
Missed you this weekend in New York City, man.
Yeah, I know.
I wish you could have came.
I noticed you guys went easy on it because I'm sure you're like, oh, I don't want to hear it from Saint.
Oh, and the Red Sox were doing belt to ass to the Yankees, so there wasn't much to say.
I think if the Yankees were winning, I would have had a little bit more fun with it, but
Saint, what's going on over there?
Okay.
I don't know. Was that me?
I don't know. How do you know it's him?
Because his thing was lighting up blue when that noise happens. It was him last week, too.
There he goes.
What?
That's because he's
Yeah,
not
it
on the
is you.
computer
It's
like he
because your
normally
head.
is.
It's your
Well, anyways,
headphones.
outside of your dickhead bullshit comment, it was actually amazing, and it was a crazy environment. It was like it was probably one of the best things I've ever been to, sporting event wise, and it made it that much better that a good Germany team got upset, and it was on my half for the penalties. So like I have a video of the game winning penalty.
Oh,
Like
it's sick.
Cool.
it was
Very jealous.
awesome.
Paraguay.
Cheaper tickets too.
All right.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Yeah,
so
this-
we're
Gotta call it.
gonna call it here. Thanks for
Is
tuning
it me?
in.
Wait.
There
It's
you
you.
go.
We knew it was you.
Either way, we're
Mike,
gonna have
what's
to
your
call
prediction
it.
for the game tomorrow?
Boys are gonna have pure class out there. Pass the ball around. Conditions look pure. Turf
Here's
looks pure.
here's my prediction. It's gonna be called soccer very soon. No. I think. Listen, I mean, you won the group, right? You won the group in the first 2 games. You're obviously probably the betting favorite. If you
Players
are the better,
very rested.
you are very rested. Your yellow cards all reset. Christian Pulisic got to play some against Turkey, which was good. You want him back in game form, condition, whatever you want to call it. You have a chance to do something that probably the United States hasn't done in a very, very long time, if ever.
96 years.
So, yeah, and you're the better team. Like you said, when you're the better team in a sport, you have to absolutely suffocate your opponent, okay?
Yeah.
Like, press them, make them make mistakes, put balls in the box. They've done that, I think, in the first few games, right? They put balls in the box, a couple of own goals. Like, just make plays and don't, the fouls, whatever, but just don't. Defensive lapse, I've noticed this when I play too. It's like you have one like defensive lapse, bang, and you're fucked, right?
Yeah.
So,
Happens quick.
It's tough to score.
I was watching, what was I watching the other day? Like, I can't remember what game it was. Dude, there must have been like 70 passes between the 3 guys in the back. It was just like bing, bang, bing, bang, bang, like just moving it back and forth, right? And you're not forcing anything, and just fucking rip. I hate, dude, the one thing that bothers me about soccer is these guys will take these like little meticulous, like little extra touches. Like, bro, just fucking shoot. Just rip it. I think they're going to win like 2-0, 3-1.
That's my guess too, yeah.
3-1.
2-0, 3-1.
I think I was thinking 3-1. Yeah. And then if they lose, we'll all be pissed off because I think that's ridiculous.
Whatever.
If they find a way to blow this, that would be just...
It would be devastating.
It would suck, but I would like to see them. It'd be cool. I want to see what like a good USA soccer run would be in this country. Like we're past the point where like getting out of the group stage is acceptable. Like now,
but we've never done that. I mean, dude, we've never won a knockout game. So like, yes, it is, but no, it isn't because we've never done it. Now, to be fair, our next 2 games should be wins regardless, like the way it's set up, and then you're actually getting into a very potentially entertaining quarterfinal game against like Spain, which would be
I think
fucking nuts.
To your point, like it isn't the expectation, but expectations change when the talent level you have is on par, not on par, but like very close.
They're playing
to
in Europe. Those are European players.
Right. Your talent is
for
on
sure.
par with some of the better players across the world. So like the expectations change with the talent that you have, in my
100%.
opinion.
And, Canada's moved on. Mexico's up 2-0. So the other hosts have already moved on to the next round.
Yeah,
Are you going to
pressure.
be the one host that doesn't? I mean, that looked terrible.
They got to
Marty?
win.
Marty, what do you think?
They got to win the center. They got to win the center of the field.
I love Marty just making things up.
Push players forward, trap the opponent in their own half, denies them time and space, man. That's how you got to do it. High press.
Chat GPT's goals or ways to win a soccer game.
Rapid counterattacks, that's key. Capitalize on opponents when they're disorganized.
How to win soccer games.
Oh, no, the conditions, though. I know that they're complaining. The Europeans are complaining about the turf because
there's no turf.
The ball or the grass. The ball is too sticky because of the conditions.
Well, I'd imagine it's because they're playing in so many different climates here, whereas like London is all just like fucking shit all the time. You know what I mean?
And dude, I'll say the only thing I will say from being there is I know it doesn't really matter in the climate controlled environments or whatever, but it was boiling fucking hot
I can't believe
outside,
you
and
went up there and just sat there, dude.
so the hydration breaks were definitely actually necessary in that game.
Wasn't
Like some of those games, it does matter. I could see where it matters, but like when they're doing it inside, when it's fucking half these stadiums are indoor, like in Atlanta or something, it just makes
tomorrow,
no sense.
like at the end of the day, what's it going to be like 100 degrees tomorrow when they're playing, or like not like 85? They're playing.
It's going to be.
Where are they?
Bosnia.
Seattle?
They're in San Francisco.
They've never played in temperatures like that.
Yeah, that's hot.
Dude.
It actually is. It's outside.
Whatever games
weather
that matter.
forecast 73 and sunny.
Yeah, they're playing in San Francisco.
Like that. What's the
gonna
temperature?
be beautiful. 73 and
Playing in Bosnia and Herkimer-Shinkov.
Listen,
Bosnia.
it's actually very hot in Europe right now. So if
It's
there's any of
miserable in
our,
Europe right
or if there's any listeners,
France blamed the U.S.
Yeah, I
Some
saw
reason. They're
yeah,
so
they blamed us.
stupid
They
over there.
blamed us for the heat wave over there. I don't know why, but I'd like to offer a free air conditioner to any of our listeners in the UK. If you need one, we'll send you one. I know you might get arrested for using one, but let us know. I'd be happy to send you an AC.
We're going to get a lot of inquiries about that.
Have you seen? I know. Hopefully, with our buddy out there, the Brit does baseball. Maybe he'll reach out.
He does very well for himself, man.
He does.
He crushes it.
I'm very impressed with what he does. He's done very well. A lot better than we have. I'll give him that.
Because he's in an audience that knows nothing about baseball, and he's teaching them.
Yeah, you could say anything.
Yeah, he does have that is an advantage. Like you can teach something brand new that might appeal to a bunch of people. Here, it's a bunch of idiots just complaining about the Yankees.
It is,
like,
but there's also a consistency factor that he does.
Yeah, he does a great job.
He does a really good job. Yeah,
your brother won't accept his friend request though, or whatever.
Oh yeah, Aaron won't accept his follow request.
What a jerk!
This is New York.
Yeah, fire Cashman and Boone. I want
Fire.
Jeter. I want Jeter as my GM, and I want Jorge Posada as my manager. All right.
That's the best.
That's enough. We will talk to you guys next week. Check us out on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. New hats coming. They'll be out soon. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Go
See ya.
USA.
See ya, go US.
USA.